too much.
I haven't watched TV. I haven't watched anything. Like even the shit you guys want me to watch so that we can come and talk about them. I haven't watched them. So Ruby.
And you're not even doing a whole day thing.
So Ruby is going to be doing a lot of the shows. I'm just here to crack the jokes. Just tell me what happened at what part, then I'll crack the jokes.
You got it from there.
And then I got it from there. But I haven't watched anything. I was trying to watch that pastor
T.B
somebody Joshua. Then I found out it's 3 parts.
It's 3 parts of 1 hour.
I was
1 hour and some change.
Yeah. So when I started watching it, for some reason I started on episode 2. That's why I realized there are more. Because I started on episode 2. Yeah. Then when I think I hit something and it paused. So when it paused, it was like part 2. Yeah. I'm like, why am I on part 2? But I liked it because when it started, they had smacked the shit out of an white lady. I was like, what?
That's not funny. Why are you laughing?
I mean, he smacked the shit out of the white lady.
Apparently, this man had like actual anger issues. Yeah. And then he would tell his disciples like getting slapped by the man of God is like a blessing or some shit like that.
But why wasn't he slapping there were black guys? There was a guy.
No, he was slapping everywhere. Like
even
if you listen to the testimony, I'm
talking about what I saw.
In church, the one
fuck
who
what
fell.
They were saying. Fuck what they were saying. I'm talking about what I saw.
I saw that.
It was a guy, a shirtless guy kneeling down. He was just laughing at him. But when he was the white lady, he was like, smack, pimp.
Fell.
Like, yeah. So now let's go into that. Actually, for that topic, we also have somebody else in the car.
Ooh.
Who's going to be chiming in.
Yeah, we need to hear. We need to hear.
Who's going to be chiming in and say what they think about black people slapping white ladies in Africa. Because you can't do that in the States, right? Even if you're a pastor.
Nah.
Yeah, in the States, somebody else, a Karen, somewhere will watch the video and then report you.
Yeah.
It's not even the person who has been slapped. Yeah.
Yeah, I found that thing so hilarious.
Yeah.
I was watching a comedy, man. I watched it, I binged it, man. I watched it from at night. I think I slept at 3 a.m. It was so hilarious. Grown people believing not getting into the religious stuff, but hey,
at some point, man, some point, you have to look at it like, listen, this is nonsense. Yeah. I'm sorry, we don't want to get into the religious shit, but at some point, some of you guys just need to open your eyes and just see.
That guy he's like the God, man.
Yeah, literally, he was. Guys were like, after Jesus Christ is him, or after God is him. Like they really believe, but like he was into some weird dark shit. Like apparently, when he assaulted these chicks, he would take their sheets and take them to the mountain of prayer or whatever, and then at that mountain there were like everyone's pictures, and it was just some occultic.
The most hilarious bit was when one guy was saying that he puts honey inside his pants.
Exactly.
I mean, like, who does that?
Exactly. They said, and then when they said like this man was not supposed to bend,
the
like
kind of honey we want in our pants. We want the honey pot, man.
Seriously, they'd be like, this man wouldn't need to bend. If he wanted to go like to the bathroom, he would like unzip, and then somebody would have to drop his pants for him.
Don't tell me somebody will hold
it.
Okay, that would be wild.
No, maybe they didn't say it on camera, but I think they maybe did.
I'm sure they must have done some crazier stuff, but they're too embarrassed
to say.
Well, they're embarrassed to say now, but at that time, there's a guy who was probably somewhere bragging that your pastor. You know the way when they're touched, they go and brag like, hey, today the pastor touched my forehead.
How close
so
I
imagine
am.
A guy telling his boys that in the wood.
You will never see that. But me?
Nilishika nini ya pastor leo. Mimi nimebarikiwa.
Yeah. But then the whole spot apparently had like CCTV cameras all around. So he was always watching these people. Like, it's when we're telling the story, it really felt like some type of prison. but because you're like part of a community, and also like most of the people who are going there were people who are like lost. Someone had lost their mother to cancer, so they were looking for answers. Someone else was gay, and you obviously in your church you've been condemned, you've been told, you know, that gay shit is wrong, so they're looking for someone else where like, can someone pray this gay shit out of me? Like, I don't think people who are privileged, granted I think there were a few people who were also privileged who got caught themselves up in that mess, but I think it was mostly needy people who needed like that shoulder to lean on, and that would make you like oblivious to the small facts, because they were saying that they could see some of this shit going down while they were there, but somehow you just can't get yourself out of it.
Damn.
It was crazy.
Some of them were saying that he used the tactic of sleep deprivation, such that they were not in their senses after a few days of lack of sleep. He used to give them a note to allow them to sleep.
Even go to the bathroom. Would have to go and say, Daddy, first of all, can we talk about calling the religious leaders daddy, mom? Like, come on, man. But even in Kenya, there's some churches like that they're like,
so you know that
our daddy.
Yeah. See, I was reading well, I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw the headline. The number of bodies that have been recovered from that whole guy's, what was his name? Ezekiel. It's G428.
No, Mackenzie.
So imagine all those people. They probably weren't believing that they were doing the right thing.
They were getting some salvation.
I have a theory for that. They probably they're almost dying and they're desperate. So of course they're like, maybe ICU guys, you know, they're almost gone. So once they get to that place, it's a long journey. And once they get there, of course this guy doesn't have any special powers, and the law of nature just takes over.
Yeah, but then why wouldn't he report them like this?
No, it's bad for business, man. It's bad for business.
Yeah, and I
mean, you can't just put bodies in the front of the church and like, hey guys, I can heal you
guys have come for miracles. You're telling them, this one, like, he was almost dying. There's nothing I could do for him. I also don't think there were 400 people. I'm pretty sure the number was much crazier than that.
But there was also like conspiracy theories of what actually happened, which I don't know if I should get into.
Can we just
slow it down?
With no name. No,
podcast with no name.
Yeah,
so it's fun for breakfast, niggas.
Let's hear
Fuck
it.
y'all. Anyway, so they were saying these people were organ donors.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that too.
From the stories I heard, like these were organ donors. So I don't know if any postmortem has been done to find out how many people.
Why you starve organs and then you donate them afterwards?
Exactly. No. See, I'm not saying like they were volunteering to donate their organs. Somebody was trying to harvest them shit, so they tried it. Yeah. So how do you get them pure? You make sure like all the toxins are out. How do you do that? Tell niggas not to eat for days.
That's actually
Starve
insane.
niggas.
Maybe they're also saving cash for food budget.
Food budget. Hey, because we can't feed all these niggas before we get paid for our kidneys.
Didn't he get like a slap on the wrist for that?
I don't know.
I don't know how long, but like whatever term he was given didn't feel like it was a justified
Oh shit, okay. So,
term that made sense.
Sorry, the audio over here is going to be fucked up for a minute, so let me fix it.
Okay.
While we think of
on
the next
road.
on the road.